short. You're cutting off my head.
I'm not too short. You're too tall. I'm 6 foot. I'm a normal height. You're just a fucking giant.
6 foot.
Welcome back to EBM TV, guys. Today's episode, we have... What is wrong with you?
I'm going to start wearing a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat?
Yeah.
You reckon? Fucking this cunt, cowboy hat. On today's episode, we're back onto the Jdmw. We've got a couple of surprises, couple of packages, right here. So we're just going to quickly unbox those for you. So, today we're going to put the coilovers in because the Jdmw is way too high. Way too high. So, you look at it now. This is where it sits. I mean, that's 3 fingers in the front guard. That just makes me sick. And if I stretch, there's nearly 4 in the rear. So, we're going to make it lower.
Based on your measurements, it's about 6 foot high, I reckon.
Fuck.
Certainly is. So anyway, as you can tell from today's episode, we are just going to be fitting the coilovers and also the camber arms. So let's get stuck into that and see how low we can make it.
We're going to put them in. We're going to see how they go. And we will give you some honest feedback on how they are. But to be honest, I mean, I've looked at them.
They look pretty good.
They don't look too bad. So... we'll see what the quality's like, we'll see what the ride's like, and I mean, we're going to be putting this on the track and beating on it, so we're also going to see what the longevity is going to be like as well.
Let's go get lunch and then we'll finish.
You pay for lunch, I'll go get it, and you fit the coilovers while I'm gone.
No.
No?
No, that's not happening.
But my back's sore.
You're a fucking snake.
Alright, let's fit the coilovers and then we'll go.
Copy that. Matthew Malfoy.
What?
You heard me, Draco.
Alright, so this, standard shock, standard spring. This is going to the bin. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt. Oh. Oh.
Can you hold it tighter, please?
I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go do the other side. We'll come back to you guys in a minute.
That's all we can do. Same on the other side.
I love it when you do all the work.
It's pretty much all the time too.
Alright, so at this point we've undone the bottom, undone the sway bar, we've undone the top. Pretty much ready to just pull the coilovers out. At the minute, I'm just going to see, we may have to drop the bottom arm or maybe take the brakes off just to get a little bit more room there.
Alright guys, so we ended up having to take the wheel speed sensor out of that hole there and take the bottom ball joint nut off, and then that allowed us enough room to get the coilover out. And as you can see, we've now got the coilovers in there, so we're just going to crack on and do the rears and then set the height.
all the time. All the work, all the time.
I better put the camera down and give him a hand.
Oh, I can't get
this rear suspension out.
I can't get the strength because my back's fine.
We've got adjustable arms here for the camber. So once they're in, we'll show you. And also got the coilovers to fit. We'll get that done. And what are we doing now, Matthew?
Undoing heaps more things than we wanted to.
Yeah, so what's happened is we've gone to do the rear arms. We thought we were going to be able to squeeze these bolts out of here, but they are actually hitting on the diff. So it looks like we're probably going to have to drop the diff. We're obviously going to try and do it the cheapy way and see if we can just drop the front of it or drop the diff mounts here and see whether or not we can just move it out of the way, but we may have to take the whole diff out.
Alright guys, so it was actually a lot easier than we thought it was going to be. I'll just quickly show you what we did. So, pull this bracket off, which has got an 18 here on the subframe, 18 here on the subframe, and then 4 13s through here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take that plate off. Diff push bolt there, diff push bolt there, both 18s. Bolt through the back, which is 21 and 21. And then we managed to just scoot the diff backwards, which gave us enough room to pull that out, and enough room to pull that bolt out. Arm is out, ready for the new ones. So, we'll slap the new arms in, and we'll check back in a sec.
Okay, so we've finished up with the rears. I've left the fan on, so Matt's going to go turn that off while I explain the rears. Ended up being fairly easy once we got the diff sorted and out of the way, so we'll just give you a quick look at how it came out. So you can see adjustable camber arms in the bottom. It's got that diff all fitted back up again. Coilovers all fitted in now. Still plenty of adjustment in the shock here. And obviously the spring, which is sneakily hidden away just in here. So all in, we're going to put it down on the ground now, check the height, and then probably do a wheel alignment. So yeah, that's it. Oh, and also forgot about the 2 nuts which we have to do for up here, so that inside the car you get them 2 nuts from inside the boot. So right, let's get the wheels on.
I think it's still too high.
It's stuck on the hoist.
Is it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to put the wraps on.
Oh, ramps it is. These GK Tech ramps are an absolute lifesaver for lowered cars. Hang on. Yeah, good to go.
Not too bad on the height. Like all round, I think.
No, it's good. I can't wait till the next episode now.
I know, right? Those wheels. 2-step garage, thank you.
They're gonna be mad though. Alright. Maybe we'll take it for a test drive. We'll go for a quick drive up the street, go get some lunch in this. What do you reckon?
Yeah, mate. Also, you need to do up those 4 bolts in the boot, yeah? Because you just wound them on with your fingers.
Yeah, I'm too excited.
Yeah.
You worry about checking everything. I just want to drive it.
Alright.
That's where the mount is. 2 nuts on each side. And again, you pull this down, same down over on this side. And they just tuck in behind the boot trims, which don't worry about this because race car's getting thrown out. So we'll tighten those off and then we'll go for a drive.
Alright, coilovers all fitted. Seat belts on, safety first, obviously. Gonna go for a drive, see if anything falls out, if we left something loose. You excited?
Keen as. I'm keen as. There's no rubbing so far, but we haven't left the driveway yet.
Yep, so it's pretty good, no rubbing. We got it at a pretty good height that we're happy with. So we're just going to go for a bit of a drive, see what it feels like, see if we need to adjust any of the dampeners, maybe adjust the height. But I definitely don't think we'll be adjusting the height unless it's going lower because it's boned. And that's what we like to do here, boned it.
Oh, it's one of those. Well, it's bottomed out in the driveway at work.
Oh, there we go. nice little bottom out. That's the most aggressive driveway we're ever going to see, is the work driveway. So let's crack on. Maiden voyage like the Titanic. Hopefully we don't run into it.
Like the Titanic.
Hopefully we don't run into any icebergs.
Oh, the alignment is so far out. It's terrible.
Not as bumpy as I originally thought. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah, actually, I mean, look, we've only got around the corner, but it seems quite smooth.
I can already hear it rubbing.
Yeah, I can hear scraping.
You know what that means?
More camber.
It just means that the plastic that it's rubbing on is just going to wear away.
That is true. Self-clearance.
The self-clearance, mate. I reckon that Vinci tried to go you.
Nah. He wouldn't be game enough.
What's your first thoughts on the Maxpeeding rods coilovers, mate?
Honestly, they ride quite nice. I'm pretty impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
I'm actually quite impressed.
I thought that my hand was going to be like all over the shop, more like this.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite nice. Oh, it's so aggressive. We've got the mould release happening there. Jamie Windcup in the driver's seat.
Warm up the tyres, man. Warm up the tyres. I'm quite impressed, actually. I'm quite impressed.
Just that little bit of rubbing. Is that from the back? I can't.
Yeah, it's from left and rear, which is fine. We've got those adjustable arms, so we'll take some camber out. We are going to organise to get the guards rolled as well. Shout out to Pete at Fat Guard Rolling. If you watch this, mate, I'm coming to see you. Does a good job and very, very cost effective. So I think once we roll the guards, it'll be a lot better.
I'm very happy though.
I'm surprised. Look, I don't know if these are on the hardest setting or the softest setting. It doesn't really give you a guide, but like as they are right now, I'd almost struggle to see that it's even got coilovers in it. It's not aggressive. It's not harsh. It's quite comfy.
There may be a guide. I did find some instructions that I just threw straight in the bin. So.
That's step one of every instruction. Throw this paper in the bin. Step two, figure it out. Every time. That's why me and Flat Pack don't get along.
But we're actually pretty impressed. So shout out to Maxpeeding for the coilovers, much appreciated. They are much more comfortable ride than I originally anticipated. I thought we'd be jumping all over the place. No knocking, no clunking either, which is like really good.
No, I mean,
So-
it helps when you do up all the bolts as well.
Yeah, that does help. Yep. But no, very, very impressed. So if you do want a set of coilovers and you're looking for some cost-effective stuff to get out, especially if you're going to go drifting, just give them a shot. Like, they seem okay. We'll let you know what they're like once we're on the track and have a crack at it. But yeah, no, I'm very, very impressed so far, and pretty easy to install. Just had that little issue with the diff, but that wouldn't have mattered if we were only doing the coilovers. That was only because of the camber arm. So extremely happy right now. I think we're just going to go and get a feed. McDonald's it is, I reckon.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to go and get some McDonald's, and once we get back from the drive, we'll show you how it's sitting, do a few little shots and let you know the ride height, and we'll go from there. Peace.
Alright guys, that finishes up this episode of the Jdmw. We did get the coilovers fitted, the rear camber arms fitted, we've set the height, and as you can see, it's absolutely boned. The rear is perfect, it's set it a little bit, so very happy with that, very, very happy. What about you? You happy?
Yeah, it was good, and even the drive, like I was pleasantly surprised with how it drove. It was like perfect.
Yeah.
It had no issues at all. So I thought it was going to bump and grind and shake everywhere, but it was awesome, like perfect ride. I couldn't ask for more. It'll be interesting to see how they go on track. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it
whether or
goes.
not they go, but
Big shout out to Maxpeeding rods. In the description below, we will have a code there with a link to the website. EBMTV5 will be the code. So if you want to get a set, jump on and grab them. But at the moment, I can't complain about the quality of them. So
yeah, they're perfect. Other than that, if you haven't seen the first couple episodes, make sure you do check them out here or
here, somewhere.
One of
Figure it
these
out when we put it in.
One of those two.
Might just slap it right here. Next episode, we will be fitting the wheels. So a big shout out to Mike Lake, Two Step Garage. He has hooked us up with a set of wheels. Next episode, we'll put those on, bit of stretch on the tyres, and then we'll do the alignment and set everything up properly.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us in this one. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It does help us a lot. And make sure you do check out some of the other videos that we have.
Thanks guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.